Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Double honors be to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who taught us this truth. Peace, peace, love, and much blessings, much safety. Alright, to those who elect, you brothers out there presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice each and every day for the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Once again, much love to you, brother. And you few sisters that may be watching. This brother call coming at you with a quick lesson in transit. Lord willing, to be edifying to the elect. Alright, it's gonna be real quick. I'm entitled it basically biting your tongue. You know, everything that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and the people that we encounter, whether it's your woman, a nigga at work, an Edomite at work, you know, or even when you're amongst the brothers, everything doesn't need a response, okay? And depending on your response, you know, because the scriptures say, which I'm about to pull it, well, I'll just get it. Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turneth away wrath, right? So when you're dealing amongst brothers, like I said, regular people in the world, your woman, you know, things of that matter, man, you don't have to always be in an austere spirit. You know, you don't want to always speak roughly, you know, if that makes sense, if you can receive it. Because you doing that, how do I put it? You speaking roughly thus will cause the other person to speak roughly, if not more rough, you know. Because especially if you, like I said, if you're dealing with like your woman or somebody in this world, and you come off rough to them, niggas in the world don't know how to deal with austere men. They don't know how to be men. You know, us as a whole nation, we've lost the knowledge and the wisdom that we used to have, man. We don't know how to be men anymore, which is why, hey, through the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's teaching us through the law, statutes, and commandments on how to become men again. You know, that way we can be set up to be judges over the earth. Because if we were in the current mind state that Jake's in now, that shit's over with. Okay? Jake is too damn emotional. So you can't deal with people that only deal with emotions, which is everybody in the world, all right, except for the brotherhood. Everybody else deals with emotions, man. So that's why the scripture say that soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger, right? So you don't have to have a rough answer every time you're dealing with somebody, man. Because that's not going to do anything but make the situation worse than it already is, or make it worse as a whole. Situation could have been under control. You say one wrong thing, and now the nigga offended, and now he's ready to fight and do all those other things. Now, granted, sometimes you can't control that, because like I said, niggas are emotional regardless. You can say something that is completely harmless, but somehow, some way, they'll take offense to it. But that has nothing to do with you. That's between, you know, that's between them, man. But ultimately, a lot of times, man, things are started simply because of how the conversation went, man. You don't have to, if somebody says some ignorant ass shit, you know, just leave. Hey, my mom used to tell me, which I don't mean to quote, you know, my mother and nothing like that, but my mom used to tell me, ignore ignorance. Okay, and that's really the best thing that you could do. Somebody's being ignorant, man, leave them alone. All right, matter of fact, I think it's, where is it? Let me see. Because that's scripture, man. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 14:38. Yeah, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Hey, if a nigga ignorant, bro, just let him do him, man. You know? At the end of the day, with this nigga, a woman, hey, if they want to be ignorant, let them do that, man. We don't have to stoop. We have to understand we're above these people, man. Okay, we're on, and when we say that with humility, all right, but we're just telling the truth. You know, the Lord is dealing with the prophets, man, and we believe in through faith. We believe, in which we're doing the things that the book said that the prophets would be doing. Okay, shit. If it ain't us, then who is it? We ain't gonna get into that. You know, but that's besides the point. All right, we know, like I said, we have faith that we're those men. So we got to understand we're on a higher level than all these people that are in the world. So we have to learn how to deal with them accordingly. It doesn't mean stoop down to their level. You know, being wise as a serpent, man. But harmless as a dove. But you know, we just got to know how to act and how to deal with these people. And giving off a rough ass answer all the time or arguing back and forth with a nigga, that's not being godly. That's not acting like you part of the elect. That's acting like a nigga. Okay, niggas argue, man. Men don't argue. We use wisdom. All right, Salaki, bear with me. I'm parking my car. But let me get this. Like I said, this isn't gonna be too long. All right, Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 32:7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee. And that's a lot of times too. You may be in a situation where a response isn't needed, bro. It isn't needed. You know, you know, your woman trying to go back and forth shit. She says some stupid ass shit, man. Let her, man. Look, shut up. You know, you don't always have to give a response to people, man. Even amongst brothers, because shit, you ain't finna act like brothers, you know, just buddy 20, well not buddy, but you know, there's certain things that a brother may do that may irk you. Doesn't need a response though. You know, that doesn't mean you need to cause a stir up or an argument or a debate. You know, that's the brotherhood. You know, that's a no-go. But mainly this is, you know, dealing with niggas in the world, man. Alright, speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. Right, and that's the best thing you could do, man. When you get into a quote-unquote argument with somebody, you know, it's way better to listen. You know, because when you listen, and when you ain't saying nothing, you just letting them talk, you're able to fully understand where they coming from, okay? And then you can actually come up with a response that'll just shut this whole thing down, especially if it's getting into a heated moment. You know? Especially dealing with niggas. Niggas don't like getting cut off, man. So you let the little nigga say what he want to say. You come up with a response, it squashes the whole situation. You know, but if you're going back and forth, it doesn't do anything but prolong it. And then you're leaving room for some fucked up shit to happen. i.e. a fight. Okay? Which we're not supposed to be carnal, man. Alright, verse 9. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are replaced, use not many words, right? And especially when you're amongst brothers or, you know, brothers that are higher up, okay, in the spirit, elders, all right, etc., so on and so forth. You know, you don't want to be the guy that's just always talking, always babbling. You know, always got something to say. Not saying you sit there and play fucking quiet mouse, but when it comes to certain things that are like spiritual, man, you got to know when and where to speak. You got to know when to shut the hell up. Okay? We have to learn how to bite our... Speaking to myself, first and foremost, man, you have to really learn how to bite your tongue. Because the scriptures say, I think it was Yahweh Shai, if I'm not mistaken. But he said, it's not what goes in a man that defileth him, but what comes out. You know, it really matters about what you say. Whatever you say, man, is every word that is spoken of every man is recorded, man. All right, the Most High hears all these things. So you really want to watch, especially if it can be offensive to somebody, especially a brother, you know, especially somebody that's part of the elect. You really want to watch on how you speak, you know, to certain people, man. Really just a brotherhood, you know, these niggas, man. I mean, I'm not saying go cuss every nigga out that you see, but, you know, it's a different vibration. All right. And let me get this, and I'm going to close out. 2 Timothy 2:16. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more godliness. Ungodliness, right. Let's look that word up. All right. Babbling, the action or fact of talking rapidly and continuously in a foolish, excited, or incomprehensible way, right? So you continuously talking, you don't know how to shut the fuck up, you don't listen. And that's the thing, you got 2 ears, 1 mouth, man. People always say it all the time. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So ultimately, that means we need to be doing more listening than speaking, okay? But a lot of you niggas have more to say instead of listening, which is why a lot of people can't receive the truth. You have people come up on the other side of the camp, they ask the question, we can't even get the full answer yet out, and then here it is, this nigga's cutting you off. You're not gonna receive the understanding if you don't shut the fuck up. You know, it's just that simple. Excuse the harsh language, but it's just that simple. You see? You gotta know when and where to be quiet. If you don't, then you're not gonna be able to actually learn anything. You know, we need to be doing more listening, less talking. All right? All going on and on and on all day with people. It's like I said, especially if it's in a situation where it could jeopardize, or if it's something that can jeopardize your situation. For example, like you going back and forth with your women, y'all live together, you know, this motherfucker paying out the rent, or your job, your boss got something to say to you, you going back and forth with your boss, he gonna fire your ass, man. You gonna get fired. You don't wanna hear that shit. He gonna hire somebody to know how to shut up. You know, that's it. That's foolish, man. That's very foolish. All right, 2 Timothy 2:16. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Right, and ultimately, it's gonna make you wax worse and worse, man. You know, so you really gotta know when to bite your tongue. You know, when you understand that, you master that. Hey, you gain wisdom, man. All right, you need to listen more. We need to do more listening and less talking, man. All right, so Lord willing, I'm gonna close it out. Lord willing is edifying to the elect, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKodash. Double honors be to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who ruled well, who taught us his truth. All right, peace and much love and salutations to those for elect. And y'all brothers keep pushing, keep fighting this good fight of faith. All right, we're almost home. We just gotta keep pushing, brothers. We out here, man. These prophecies is happening. They popping off. All right, so just keep enduring, man. Shalom, off of a ball.